Hello students, I am Sanab KB from Department of Physics and Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's College RBNB College Shrirampur. This is my fifth lecture on the topic magnetic fields due to electric current. In previous lecture we saw about the torque acting on a current carrying coil, and that torque acting on current carrying coil is given by tau is equal to NIAB, magnitude of that torque acting on current coil is given by NIAV. Here tau be the torque, here N be number of turns of coil, that is current carrying coil, I be current flowing through coil, A be area of coil, and V is strength of magnetic field. Strength of magnetic field. Now this torque acting on that rotating coil, which is placed in between strong magnetic fields. Now here we have to see the construction and working of moving coil galvanometer on the principle of that current flowing through the coil, then what is the torque acting on it. Now that torque exerted by magnetic field on a current carrying coil. Now this moving coil galvanometer is used to produce the analogous voltmeter and ammeter. Already we studied in a previous chapter, that is current electricity. Now again today we are going to that construction, working and theory of that moving coil galvanometer. Now here moving coil galvanometers are of two types. One is a suspended type and another is a pivoted type galvanometer. Now see the construction of that suspended type galvanometer. Now it consists of that rectangular iron core, wire is wounded on that iron core, and now this coil is suspended by this upper suspension through mirror this, and lower suspension is like this one. If now current flowing through this coil, then coil get rotates, means torque acting on it, means there is a formation of a couple, and that coil rotates through that torque, that tau is equal to NIAB. Here strong magnetic field is also applied on that rectangular coil, which direction is a radial direction. In same way we can explain again the construction of that pivoted type moving coil galvanometer. Same procedure is there. That coil is placed in between two concave shaped iron pieces, and now here a radial magnetic field acting on that iron core, and now here spring is fitted on that core and pointer is attached to that spring of this iron core. And now here when current I flows through this circular coil here or rectangular coil, it may be rectangular or circular, at that time there is a formation of couple and torque acting on that rotating coil, and it get deflect, and that pointer shows the deflection produced in that moving coil galvanometer, which is denoted by that phi. And now what is the principle of that moving coil galvanometer? As current flowing through this coil increases, then deflection produced by that coil is also increases, and that is this current I is directly proportional to the deflection produced by that rotating coil. This is the principle of that moving coil galvanometer. Means if current increases, deflection also increases. Both are directly proportional to each other. And now this torque balances by torque produced by that spring fitted on that coil, and so that torque produced by that magnetic field here, that K phi is balanced by this torque produced by current carrying coil, that is equal to Ni A B here, and now this phi is equal to N A B divided by K in bracket, and this is the I. Now K is the torsional constant of that spring. K is torsional constant here, and but this n number of turns, area of that coil, and then magnetic field, this constant K are constant, and therefore that phi is directly proportional to I. Means as deflection produced in that rotating coil is directly proportional to current flowing through it. This is the same like that one. Now from that one already we explained this, the principle of that moving coil galvanometer here. And now this moving coil galvanometer is used to measure the potential difference across a circuit and to measure the current flowing through the circuit. Means so it is converted into, moving coil galvanometer converted into voltmeter and ammeter, that are analogous voltmeter and analogous ammeter. Already we studied in previous topic, but in that modern instruments we use that digital ammeter and digital voltmeters. They are generally used in practice in that today's life, and so in this way, in shortly, we explain the construction and working of that moving coil galvanometer. First, you have to we obtain that torque acting on that rotating coil in between strong magnetic field, and that is given by tau is equal to NIAB. Already in previous lecture we obtained that value of this torque acting on this rotating coil. Now here this torque, which is balanced by that torque produced by magnetic field, this radial magnetic field, and that torque is given by K phi. Now here K is the torsional constant of that suspension spring, and balancing these two torques we get that phi is directly proportional to I, means as current increases, deflection produced in that moving coil galvanometer is also increases. Using this principle, we can measure the potential difference and current flowing through the circuit. Okay, this is according to your syllabus 10.7 article moving coil galvanometer. Now today also we are going to the next article, that is a magnetic dipole moment. Okay, magnetic dipole moment, which is denoted by notation mu here. Magnetic dipole moment, it is a vector quantity if n cap is a unit vector. If this n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to that magnetic dipole moment mu, and now here to consider two cases, that is a magnetic dipole moment mu here, and here magnetic field B here. Now in this case, that is a magnetic energy. Magnetic energy is here minimum. Now here if directions are like this one, this is a magnetic dipole moment and this is magnetic induction B, then magnetic energy is maximum for this case, and already we studied that in a previous class, that is when that current I flowing through a conducting wire which having number of turns n, then magnetic dipole moment is given by mu is equal to NIA, where this A is the area of that current carrying coil. Okay, this is a magnetic dipole moment. Already you obtained that. Now, but here torque to acting on that current carrying coil is given by NIAB. Okay, that is a sin theta, or may be value of that theta. Now here tau is equal to, that is a mu b sin theta. Okay, and now that's tau is equal to, in terms of vector products, mu cross b bar. This is the torque produced by that magnetic field. Now also we know that torque produced by electric field. In 11th standard we studied already that tau is equal to that P cross E. Here P is the electric dipole moment and here mu is the magnetic dipole moment. Here mu is magnetic dipole moment and here P is electric dipole moment. Now comparing this equation 1 and equation 2, what is the analogous here? That is a magnetic dipole moment in magnetic field is analogous to electric dipole moment in electric field. Okay, and now here electric field E is analogous to magnetic field B. In this way we can compare the torques produced by magnetic dipole moment and torques produced by electric dipole moment. And now this is the small article, that is a 10.8 according to your syllabus of this topic, that is a magnetic dipole moment. Shortly here we explain that magnetic dipole moment produced by electric field and magnetic dipole moments produced by magnetic field. Okay, ठीक.